Hey everyone, and welcome to episode 19 of True 100%. I had to quickly look at what file I called the video. Yeah, 19. What was that? Next one's 20. Oh man. Yeah, it's episode 19. Probably a bit of a broken record now, but I'm sorry this video was late. Yeah, you get the point. I think you understand how this is. Sometimes I'm just busy, and sometimes these are harder to record than I thought. This one turned out to be harder to record than I thought. I was also busy, but yeah. So yeah, sorry I wasn't out yesterday. I released a different video instead because I already had that one recorded, so I just edited that a bit and released it. Some people got mad because they thought I uploaded that instead of True 100%, but no, it was either that or nothing. It's like, it didn't replace True 100%, don't worry. And yeah, it was just a recording from my stream, so I already had it on my hard drive. But yeah, anyway. Next episode I'm going to record it tomorrow, so it should be back on track, because then I can release it Wednesday. Anyway, I'm in an upside-down police rancher. This one isn't fully invincible, or all-proof, unfortunately, so it kind of blew up. But today's agenda, as you can probably tell by whatever I've called this episode, I'm going to need to think about a title while I'm talking over it. We're going to do the rest of the stadium events. So, thankfully, the rest of the stadium events aren't quite as awful as Blood Bowl, if you remember episode, what was it, 2? Fucking Blood Bowl. Oh, yeah, I'm just hopping with the taxi. Good stuff. Oh yeah, if you're wondering why the taxi has nitro, watch episode 10. But yeah, so I'm gonna go do the rest of the stadium events. 2 of them are inside the Los Venturas Stadium, and 1 is in the Los Santos one, which, you know, obviously I am. But you can only access that one with driving skill, but I have enough, so that's fine. So what I'm gonna go do first is I'm going to go do Kickstart in the Los Venturas Stadium. And the way having 2 events in one stadium works is that you can do Kickstart on most days. You can do Kickstart on every day that isn't a Monday or a Wednesday. And Dirt Track, which is the other event at the same stadium, you can only do on Mondays and Wednesdays. So right now it's Tuesday in-game. So I'm going to go do Kickstart, and then come back, save, and then go and do Dirt Track, because it'll be a Wednesday by the time I've done that. But yeah, if you didn't know, this game actually has like a weekday system. I don't know if it has a full calendar, I don't know if it keeps track of months and stuff. Probably not, because there's no seasons or anything, I don't think, but yeah, it keeps track of what day of the week it is, and there's like certain things you can only do on certain days and whatnot. But yeah, so Kickstart, you could do on like Tuesdays and Thursdays and Fridays, Saturday, Sunday. But Dirt Track is only on Monday and Wednesday for whatever reason. So it was pretty convenient timing. I didn't actually plan to do that, it just kind of worked out that this save file just ended on a Tuesday, so let's go do it now and then save and make it a Wednesday. But yeah, the first event, Kickstart, is actually really fucking horrible, and one of the major reasons that this episode was delayed. It's not as bad as Blood Bowl, but holy crap is it bad. And you'll see why. So yeah, this is the dirt ring, and we get a nice little tutorial thing first time we go in here for Kickstart. So there's like these little glowing orb things. Green one, easy ones, amber ones are medium, the red ones are hard, but I mean it's all kind of arbitrary. And you have 4 minutes to pick up as many as you can. And obviously, this being True 100%, I'm going to go ahead and pick up every single one of them. So unfortunately, while you're in here, there's music playing, so I have to pause buffer to get rid of it. Hopefully I've kind of removed that a little bit, so you don't get, flashing screen or anything. But yeah, I had to pause buffer to get rid of the music. But yeah, here we go. So, I only have 4 minutes to commentate this, so it's kind of hard, and I'm not going to rate every single Corona or anything like that. But it starts out pretty simple, the route I'm taking anyway. It seems like all the ones on this side of the room are decently simple, and all the ones on the other side of the room are bullshit, basically. Yeah, I had to start this one twice, annoyingly, and finally get along this plank. So I'm kind of familiar with all these objects because of MTA, like lots of MTA maps like to use these things. So I'm not like completely new to this, which is why I'm doing okay going across the planks and stuff. Also, what the fuck is that little ramp onto that circle? Why is there only one circle? 2 circles? Why is there 2 circles but only one has a corona on it? It makes no sense. Yeah, I'm like kinda used to this a little bit, like all the bullshit I've done on MTA, which is a multi-theft auto, if you didn't know. It's like a multiplayer San Andreas with lots of custom maps. But some of these things I haven't done because they're bullshit. So I'll talk about those once we get there, but these ones are pretty simple. They're variations of go slow over thin thing or go fast over obstacle. And this one is kind of cool. I really like this big circle thing. Annoyingly, you have to go this way around because this Corona's only on this side for some reason. And then this one's like hanging off the edge a bit, and then the last red one is like right at the end of this 8 figure. But I like that. That's a nice little challenge from around a circle slowly. This one's here bullshit because this landing here can rotate you sometimes. This tree can kick you off. This rock can kick you off, but yeah, I make it look easy in this recording, obviously. You wouldn't be watching it if I didn't do it successfully. Oh, I say that. This happens. Here, I just drive off the edge. This looks difficult, but it's actually really easy just driving along this thin wall. You literally just point it straight and then hold down the accelerator and you're fine. But I kind of fucked it up a bit. There you go. Nice and easy. Now we get into the bullshit ones. So there's these things, these ramps with circles on it. It's like, oh, that's easy, Josh. You just drive over it, right? Easy. Well, no. I'm making it look easy here because I got lucky with those first 3. But then this one here shows what normally happens. That's what normally happens. And there's no way over it. You can't lean forwards to get over it. You can't lean backwards to get over it. You can't go fast over it. You can't go slow over it. Well, I say you can't go fast. The only way I've found that makes, like, what has any chance of chance of working is to just drive full speed into it and hope you pop over it, which is what happens sometimes, but it's so inconsistent and stupid. It's like no skill in it at all. You just drive fast and hope you go over it. And then, yeah, I'm not showing like what happens if you don't do that, because obviously I didn't want to do it, but those ramps with the circles are the worst. It's like the main reason I failed this so many times. This thing here is actually pretty easy. I don't know why it's in this corner. But yeah, fuck those ramps with circles. Fuck ramps with circles on them. Official Joshimus PSA. Fuck that. And then, yeah, there's the rest of the things are pretty simple, except the very last one, which is this thing. So driving over this log is pretty simple, if you line it up right. And then this log here, oh, nice 90-degree random turn. That happens sometimes. And yeah, here's that log. Looks really easy, but normally you just fall off the side of it. And yeah, that was not Dirt Ring, Kickstart, that's what it's called. And that took me 2 days. You wouldn't believe it, but that took me 2 days to do, to get the highest score, which is 61 for some reason. And here's my glorious reward for completing it, which is the Dune. I don't remember what the amount of points you have to get. I think it's like 12 or something stupid like that to actually count it as completed. But, you know me, in this series I wanted to 100% it anyway, so there we go. Done. Never again. It's nowhere near as bad as Blood Ring, but Jesus, it was still bad. Like, Blood Ring is bullshit to do normally. This was bullshit to do completionisty, but that's my own fault for wanting to do it completionisty, I guess. And yeah, that was really the only bad stadium event in today's video. The other ones I actually quite liked a lot, so I'm glad I got that one out the way first. I'm glad that's the one with the timing that I could do it first in, otherwise I would have been unpleasantly surprised when I tried to do it. But yeah, after that, after Blood Ring or Blood Bowl, and then that, I was thinking to myself, oh my god, all the other stadium events are going to be flipping horrible, aren't they? And no, I was pleasantly surprised. I actually quite like the other ones. So yeah, that took, like I said, that took 2 days to record. You won't believe it. It looks really easy if you just watch it back in this video, but trust me, it isn't. I'd go give it a crack yourself if you want, and see how difficult it is. Go tell me if you find a good way over the ramps of circles. I would love to know. Because, like I said, I tried going slowly, I tried leaning forwards, I tried leaning back. The only thing that works is going really fast and hoping you just pop over it. Which can't be intended, right? It's so stupid. Maybe you have to reverse over them? I don't know, I didn't try that. Anyway, you can if you want. Maybe I'm just an idiot. But yeah, I'm just heading back to Los Santos, gonna make a save. I was very stressed out because I did not want to die after I finished doing that. I did not want to die and lose this recording. That would have been the worst. But yeah, here's this armor that's kind of in the ground a little bit. See? It's so weird. And then here's this Power Max. Power Max? Jet Max. Damn it. I knew it was something like that. Here's this boat. Yeah, I'm just going to drive back now. While I do that, there are a few things from last episode I should clarify. Or, yeah, clarify, I guess. So, a few people were confused as to why I needed the tow truck to get the girlfriend's vehicles yesterday. Yeah, not yesterday, last episode. And the reason is, I forgot to mention that the girlfriend's all-proof vehicles are locked. You can't get inside of them. So the only way to get them is to tow them into a garage, which unlocks them. So yeah, that's why I couldn't just walk up and steal it. Also, I'm completely like I said, I was really stressed out here, so I'm just doing my best to not die. But unfortunately, these guys get out and unload in me, which kind of, yeah, sets me on fire. Like, I'm so stressed now. I'm really worried about dying. But yeah, obviously you wouldn't be watching this if I died. Spoilers. So yeah, that's why I needed a tow truck. Also, I said in the last episode that the all-proof police ranger I had was 4 types of invincible. I said it was explosion-proof, fire-proof, melee-proof, and bulletproof. Well, it turns out melee-proof and collision-proof are 2 different things. So there's actually 5 proofings. So it's 5 different things, not 4. I always thought like melee weapons and colliding with other vehicles and objects was the same proofing, but it wasn't. So yeah. So it's actually explosion-proof, fire-proof, bulletproof, melee-proof, and collision-proof. There you are. Also, I pointed out how you could still pop the tyres. But because it's a police ranger, you can start Vigilante, which makes your tyres unpoppable. So it can be completely invincible. There you go. There is one weakness, though, which I don't think I'll discuss here. I'll leave it for some other time, some other later video. But yeah, there's some weaknesses to them. But yeah, there's that segment done at last. You can see like 10th of May to 15th of May, how long it took me to record that. And then if you pay attention to the timestamps, you can see how quickly I recorded these next 2. Alright, so we're back on our way to Los Venturas again. It's Wednesday now. It's 7 AM on Wednesday. And we can now start Dirt Track, which is a motocross dirt bike racing. I don't remember the terminology for it. But yeah, it's just a Sanchez race with a load of other people. And it's actually pretty fun. It is actually somewhat challenging, as you'll see in the video. I have a good time with it. I thought it was going to be pretty easy when I actually saw it. And I guess it is kind of easy, since it's like the first time I've ever done it and I won it. So I guess that makes it easy. I did all of these events first time in these recordings, which is why I recorded the rest of this pretty quickly. So yeah, I guess it's kind of easy, but yeah, I thought it was a fun challenge. Anyway, I can't drop down here like I did with the police ranger, so I have to go take the stairs. Oh yeah, and as a more clarifications from last episode that I just remembered in between those 2 cuts that you didn't hear. Skimmer. It's called a skimmer. I don't know why the hell I called it a sea sparrow yesterday. Not yesterday, the last episode. And I don't know why the hell I called it a dodo in the other episode, but it's a skimmer. There, you happy now? I finally got it. In my notes, I just have like SKIMMER written down in all caps. Yeah, I don't know what the hell is wrong with me. Alright, well, I'm almost there. I don't know what the hell route I'm taking. Oh, right, yeah, okay. So, last episode I mentioned that I opened the restaurants by having a failed date. At least I think I mentioned it. And here is the restaurant. This is the pizza stack. It's nice in here. Nice and exclusive master save content. Not really, but yeah. My health was a little bit low after that drop, so I decided to come here instead of using the vending machine, because I imagine you're all pretty sick of vending machines right now. And I can buy the biggest meal on the menu to make CJ really fat. Fantastic. And as we know, this pizza place is no pushover, so I just shoot him. Yeah, I will be going through and like reviewing every single meal or whatever at some point. But that's not this point. I just wanted to demonstrate that. Better than using the vending machine, I guess. I don't have to do that anymore. I'm sure I still will. I'm so dependent on the vending machines now. It's going to take a while to get back to actually eating properly, but yeah. Okay, so here we are, back at the airport. So yeah, my method for this is to just get in the dodo. Oh yeah, and I think I remember to pick up M4 ammo every time, which is good. I'm not even sure I'm going to use all this ammo anymore. I'm probably going to, like, hit the point in the story where I lose all my weapons faster than I'm going to use all this ammo, but whatever. But yeah, my method's just get in... Did I say dodo? I meant shamel. Get in the shamel and just fly there and then take the boat back. Seems pretty simple. I don't really have much else to say. Just... This episode's been fairly simple. Apart from the first stadium event, I don't have too much to say about the other two. Especially not going there. I mean, it's just the same thing again. I literally repeat what I just did and fly back there. But what I will say is that, as I alluded to earlier, next episode will be a pretty simple episode to record, I think. What I'm planning on doing is just increasing my driving skill. I don't know if I'm going to increase it to full, and I don't know exactly how I'm going to increase it, but I will think of a format, and I will do it tomorrow. But since episode 10 was Commentary Taxi, where I just drove around and answered a load of YouTube questions, commenters' questions, for like an hour or whatever, I guess I'll do the same for episode 20, so if you have a big list of interesting questions you want to ask me, go ahead and leave them in the comments of this video. I'll take a big list of questions and I'll get to them for the next episode, and then I'll stockpile them for other episodes as well when I run out of things to say, like in this episode. Oh, a Hydra spawned right in front of me and shot at me. Jeez, that was close. I've actually got quite close to flying into the Hydras a few times, which is kind of funny. But anyway, here's the dirt ring again. This time we're here for Dirt Track, which is, as I said, a big race between 12 people. And here's another pause buffer to get rid of the music right at the start. But yeah, this is Dirt Track. All these hills and stuff, and all these other people knocking you around. Thankfully, I have really high bike skill, otherwise this would have been a nightmare. But even so, I still get off to a really terrible start, and I'm like second to last right here. Like, and that guy pins me against the wall most of the time. So yeah, this was a challenge to do first time, like, you know, blind, as in I didn't know what was happening. Oh yeah, and they all sort of fall off there. I have no idea what happens. Like, that jump, sometimes they all just fall off. It's really funny. Yeah, you got 6 laps of this. It's not the most fun thing in the world, but I found it fun just because it was a challenge. But I can imagine just doing this casually, it's not that interesting. But yeah, we're up into 5th here. Oh, 4th, 3rd. Oh, it's getting confused. Now I'm into 8th. Okay, yeah, the checkpoints are obviously poorly placed, or however it's working. Yeah, we're in 5th, and I have to work my way up, but I have a few issues on the way. And also, I have no idea what's with the giant monkey and the $$ sign in the middle. I don't know what that's a reference to. It's probably something in-game, like one of the adverts, or something on the radio that I don't know about. There's also, like, Redwood cigarettes around, I think. Did I say Redwood? Redwoods? I can't really read it. Like I said before in a few episodes, I'm like, the way I'm recording this is I'm watching the preview window in Adobe Premiere back as I'm like editing it and talking over it. So I can't really read stuff very well, it's so tiny. Yeah, there was the giant monkey of the dollar sign in the center of that circle I'm next to. Can't see it at the moment, but yeah. We're up into third. I've absolutely no idea where first place is, though. He must be in a mile into the distance. Yeah, there's second place. And where's first? Just nowhere to be seen. So I guess the guy in first got a good start and then didn't fall off or whatever and just flew off into the distance while I had to fight my way through the pack and stuff. And there's only, like, we're on the third lap out of 6. So at this point I'm, like, really worried and I'm thinking, oh god, this is going to be a pain in the ass as well. I'm not going to succeed in this. But I get there, I get there. And yeah, like, what I keep doing wrong is that I have the habit of, like, you know, tapping lean forwards when I'm on a bike to go faster. If you didn't know, the reason I'm, like, leaning forwards on the bike all the time, like, repeatedly, is because it makes you go faster. I still can't believe not everyone knows this, but yeah, you have to tap lean forwards. But because I'm doing that, whenever I go over jumps and bumps and whatnot, I land my front tyre down first, and it kind of sends you spinning a bit. So I keep, like, losing control of the bike all the time. But I need to tap lean forwards to go fast, but I need to do it in spots that make sense and not everywhere, so I don't lose control and stuff. I've sort of get it a little bit towards the end, like here I'm leaning forwards and then I stop, but I still lose control a bit. But yeah, you can see me, like, learning the track. This was literally the first time I did this. There's no, like, other recordings before this. I went straight in and just did it. I did see that one time, oh yeah, there's first place. You can sort of see him going around the big ring. I did see that one time, I think I remember seeing a clip that S, like lots of S, who's a 100% runner of this game, he managed to get over the invisible barrier or something and, like, skip a bit of the track. I have absolutely no idea how he did it, and I couldn't replicate it, but yeah, wow, my bike skill's really high. Okay. Yeah, I couldn't replicate it or anything, so it's not in this video, but I know it's a thing that exists that you can do. For some reason my bike skill is, like, way higher than my driving skill. Maybe it's because I've driven bikes more, or maybe it's because you need more, like, driving time to increase driving skill. It's probably the latter that makes the most sense. Oh yeah, and here's a big mistake. I'm just about to catch up to first place, and then I do that, which is really dumb. And again, it just comes down to me, like, leaning forwards too much, I think. I didn't quite see what happened that time, but yeah. And yeah, you can see how they always fall off there. They guys span around. I guess they all, like, spin and hit each other and knock each other off. I don't know, it's kind of weird. Oop. Again, like, drifting. Yeah, I'm catching him. I'm thinking to myself, oh god, there's only, like, one lap left. I'm never going to make it. Just can't even see him, can you? Oh, there he is. Am I going to get him? Am I going to get him? I think you should know the answer to this, but build suspense anyway. Yeah, I took that. I've taken all these, watching this back, and, like, I'm taking all these corners really terribly. Like, the racing line's awful. Alright, here we are. Last lap, lap 6 of 6. I still haven't caught him. He's, like, a mile away. And then I do this again, and I'm thinking, no, I guess it's over. But then I get over this bump, and he fell off! Hooray! And there we go. And there's me pressing E to look right instead of H. I was trying to honk, but I've been playing too much GTA 5, so I pressed E instead of H. But yeah, there we go. Spoilers, I win. Otherwise, you wouldn't be watching this. If you want to watch me fuck things up, you should watch my Twitch stream. There I repeatedly fuck things up. Only the good stuff gets put on YouTube. But there we are. That was Dirt Track. That was a lot of fun. I like that. And I'm, like, really happy at the end. I probably only found it fun just because I had that cool experience where I had to catch first place. And just give him a little shoot. And my reward for winning that is that BF injection, which I eventually decide to go around and get. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, my reward for winning Dirt Track is the BF injection, which now spawns here. So the Dune and the BF injection both spawn here forever. And now we just head back. And while we're heading back, find out how slow the BF injection actually is. You'd expect it to be decently fast, but it actually has a really low top speed. It's really good acceleration, it's just the top speed's pretty bad, I guess. I'm getting cut off by this cop. Yeah, just drive the same route I did last time with the Dune, but hopefully don't, like, flip it this time. Yeah, you can see, like, you listen, it's, like, not accelerating at all. It's like I've already hit the top speed of it. It's ridiculous. It's so slow. Yeah, I'm actually surprisingly running out of things to do in the master save now. So, at the end of this video, I have about 12% completion, and the most you can get in a master save is 13.37%. 13.3, yeah, that's what I said. Which is funny because it's leap, haha, and all that. But after this episode, I have driving skill to get to maximum, bike skill, like increase a little tiny bit, respect, I don't think there's any other stats. Then I've got the NRG 500. Oh yeah, the Jetmax didn't spawn, so I had to go and get this reefer instead. I was pretty annoyed. But yeah, then I've got the NRG 500 challenge. I've got the snapshots. I've got the horseshoes. I've got the girlfriend progress to get to 0% so I can pick up the last oyster. I need to play basketball, which is an optional thing, but obviously I want to do that. And then I think I'm done, right? I get the 2 remaining all-proof girlfriend vehicles, and then that's it. And I'm done. So we're actually really close to the end of the master save. I'm so glad I'm not doing the criminal rating, otherwise this would have been an absolute nightmare. But yeah. So yeah, maybe... How many things did I just list? I don't know, I forgot. But maybe by episode 30 or something, we might be at the end of the master save, so then we can finally get on with the main story. And one question I get all of the time, which I feel like I'm answering all the time, is that how I'm going to do the missions, like how am I going to do the storyline missions. Everyone's like, oh, are you going to speedrun them, or are you going to do casually? Well, I'm going to do both. I'm going to do, like, I need to get all the unique vehicles in every mission, so there's that. But when I do the missions, I'm going to, like, 100% them. I'm going to kill every single last person, explore every last nook and cranny, and all that stuff. I'm not going to do it fast, but I'm not just going to, like, play through it boring and casually. I'm just going to do it well. If that answers your question. Oh yeah, and it falls out as I'm, like, trying to open the door again. Yeah, just... That's how it's going to happen, and then I'm going to probably do, like, 1 mission an episode or something, I'm not certain. We'll find out. I'll figure out a format. But yeah, so that'll be fun. We'll finally get out of this master save bit. I'm kind of going to miss the master save bit, like not doing missions. I'll probably have, like, I'm not sure what the final episode will be, but I'll make sure to make it something special to mark the end of the beginning, as it were. Alright, here we are. I'm going to go make a save and then do the final stadium event, which is the one in Los Santos, which was fun to do as well. It was also a challenge, but a challenge for different reasons. But yeah, it's all simpler doing stuff that's inside Los Santos, obviously. Oh yeah, and this save has a different name to it. Now it's called Dirt Track. I don't know why Kickstart didn't change the name of the save file, and Dirt Track did. It's really weird. I'm not quite sure why that happens. I know, like, some submissions change the name of the save file, but the reason, like, Dirt Track doesn't, but Kickstart does? Other way round, even? I don't know. Whatever. Alright, so here's the police ranger again, driving it out. I feel like I'm using this vehicle an awful lot, aren't I? I'm driving this around so much. It's just the car I seem to get a lot, because whenever I go... If I go to San Fierro and come back, then I come back through the Badlands. And if I go to Los Venturas and come back, I either come back through the desert or through the Red County, so I always seem to get this vehicle. And then I've got, like, a completely invulnerable version of it as well. It's like the most popular vehicle. I wonder what the vehicle I've driven the most so far is. I really expected it to be the NRG, because I thought I would just be using that for everything all the time, but it actually turned out that I haven't. I've kind of just used whatever I could grab at the time, and whatever was in my garage at the time as well. I'm sure somebody's gonna go watch every single episode I've made so far and compare the amount of time I've spent in each vehicle, right? No, please don't. That's such an undertaking. Don't do that. I should have been keeping stat. I think someone linked me like a mod I could have used to keep track of what vehicles I was using. Oh yeah, here's the bullet, by the way. The bullet that was in last episode. It's in CJ's house. Like I said, I missed some footage last episode, and a bit of one of the footages was me driving a bullet into that garage. So I just thought I'd show it now, just to show where the bullet is. But yeah, anyway, someone linked me a mod or something, but I decided not to use it. Alright, so here's the final event for today. This is 8-track. And again, Paul's buttering. So we're in the Hot Ring Racer car, which I actually like this car quite a lot. I like how it handles. It's fast, but it's like a challenge to drive, but it's still, you know, oversteery. And this is 8-track, so you drive around in this figure 8 for 12 laps, not 6, 12, which is a huge amount. And you have to win. But the real challenge is not blowing up. So, yeah, this one, I think I actually... Okay, so it's a funny story with this one. This one, the first time I did it, completed it, but when I drove into the finish line, I was like, yay, and then I just stopped, and then people drove into me, which made my car catch fire, because I was, like, very low health. And then the car blew up before the fade, and I died. I didn't realise I could get out, even though I've done this in speedruns, which is kind of funny. And then this is the second time that I did it. Or was it the second time I blew up as well? I don't know. I think I said earlier in this episode that I did everything first time, but I mean, not this one. The last one I did first time. This is my third try, but I mean, I won both those other tries, I think? I don't know. It's simple, whatever. Yeah, so the actual winning the race itself is pretty easy. I'm basically just trying to beat my lap time every lap, which is like 23 seconds. I think I get it down to a 22, but I don't go any lower than that. I'm sure someone has a better lap time than me. I wasn't doing a very good job. But yeah, the main challenge is not blowing up. This car doesn't have much, well, it has the same health, but it's very vulnerable to crashes. It takes a lot of damage from crashing. So crashing into other people and scraping along walls and stuff really damages the car, so you've got to be really careful. I say that, and then I drive into the wall. Good timing. But yeah, I managed to make it at the end this time, obviously. I guess the reason it's 12 laps is because each lap is like 20 seconds, or whatever. Oh yeah, now I get the fun thing of overlapping people. It's like, blue flag! Blue flag! Oh, I wonder how many people are even going to get that reference. Yeah, where are the fucking blue flags, man? Look at this. I'm just overtaking back markers. No one's slowing down for me. Look at this ridiculousness. So yeah, all the AIs are really slow. They must be doing like 25-second laps or something. I don't know. The fact that I'm catching them this quickly is pretty disgusting. There's like no challenge to this race at all, except your own vulnerability. And also that damn air horn, like, what the fuck? I think it's like, the way it works is a random chance of either, there can be every like 3 seconds or something, there can either be no sound, the crowd can make a noise, or there could be an air horn. Like now the crowd's cheering, so there's like 4 sounds, nothing, 2 types of cheering, and an air horn every few seconds. And it's so obnoxious when you get multiple in a row. It's like not quite as good about music. Oh yeah, also in the center of this arena, there's a big billboard. You can sort of see it on the top of my screen there. That like shows random bits of the track, I think, which is pretty cool. I never get a good look at it here. I probably should have looked at it. I'll do it again some other time, maybe. Yeah, there's like those big billboards that show the track. Like, it's pretty cool. Different views of it, different camera angles and stuff. I like racing in this game. I can't wait till I get to do the races later on. It's a shame none of them are really a challenge. I guess I'm just too fast. That makes sense, right? I guess like when kids and stuff played this casually like 10 years ago, it was a bit harder, but now it's a bit too easy. Like, look at this. Have I overlapped everyone now? I have. I'm not even anywhere near the end. If you were better than me, if you like actually tried, you could probably overlap them twice. I don't know. Maybe that's a bit of a stretch. Oh, there it is. Lap time, 22 seconds. Nice. Good lap time. But yeah, this kind of brings us to the end of this episode. So yeah, get your YouTube comment questions in, I guess, and then I'll pick out my best ones for next episode and read them all off. And I'll find some driving skill format. But yeah, my driving skill's like 1/4. It's like 25%, I think. So I have a long way to go before that's finished. And as I'm coming up on the end of the master save, I should probably do it soon. But I gotta finish that. I'm like doing respect grinding. I was doing at the end of every episode. But now it's like I should have been doing driving skill grinding. There we are, there's the end. And this time I decided to get out of the car and run away from it before it blew up or something. And killed me. And that's it. That's all stadium events done. The reward for this one is the Hot Ring Racer. I think that's what it's called. Hot Ring Racer? Oh, look at that. I knew the name of it. How cool. Yeah, this is definitely one of my favourite cards in this whole game. This and the Cheetah. Just really like those two cars. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Sorry it was delayed. Hopefully Wednesday's one isn't. Like I said, it should be easy to record, but we'll see what happens. And we'll come into the end of the master save, so exciting times soon once I get all the girlfriend stuff out of the way. And all the collectibles are going to be fun. But I have a plan for the collectibles. It should be alright. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you for the next episode. Bye!